right, thank you guys so much for coming in today. So does everyone have their notes together for the meeting?
Yes.
Did you have any questions before I bring Mark in? No, you guys are okay? All right, awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab them real quick. Hello, Martin. Come on in.
Hi.
My name is Kristen Harper. Nice to
Kristen.
meet you.
Justin Hannah.
Justin. Hi, Martin. Mike Ivan. Mike. Nice to meet you.
Laura Wetmore.
Laura. Mark Rush. Hey, Mark.
So go ahead and take a seat right
thank
here
you.
next to me.
Thank you.
So we called you in today to be a part of our student success team. So this team that I have assembled, they're all influential members of Jonah's life. So Jonah's been having a few issues lately, and we really want to make sure that he's successful at our school. I know that he's bounced around quite a bit
Yeah, I'm afraid
in the past couple of years, so we really want to make sure that he stays here and he's successful.
Okay.
But first off, I do want to go around and introduce ourselves so you know who we all are. So go ahead and start off.
I'm Laura Wetmore. I'm the special education teacher, so I'm here as an expert and as a reference for everyone and how I can help with children.
Okay, great.
And once again, I'm Mike Ivan. I'm his geometry teacher, and I'm here functioning as the timer for this meeting. Focus on
All right.
Okay, and I'm Kristen Harper. I am one of the administrators here, and I'm also functioning as a facilitator to make sure everything runs smoothly today.
Okay. I'm Justin Hannes. I am his history teacher, and I'm the one that referred him to this meeting.
All right. And I'm Mark Rauscher. I'm Jonah's guidance counselor, and so I've had some interactions with him, helping him in class and whenever there's issues that we need to deal with.
Okay. All right.
So I first want to start off the meeting with some positives about your son. Go ahead and take that away.
Sure. So I think that one of the neat things about Jonah is that he is a very, very social kid. You know, he's very, very friendly. He has a lot of buddies that he kind of hangs out with during lunch. Very outspoken kind of guy. He's really vocal. Very clever, with his words. He puns a lot. So there's an intelligence there that I think is maybe not showing in his work. And if he is engaged, especially in those types of activities, he's going to be a lot more open to doing things. So he does show initiative if given the right opportunity.
Which is a huge positive.
Right.
Okay. All right.
But I know we did have a few behavioral issues that we wanted to specifically address. I know you were having some issues in your classroom.
Yeah, his grades were lacking, and he was showing kind of an unwillingness to do work. I wonder if that's because, like Mike said, maybe he's not getting engaged. Maybe the activities he's doing are playing to his strengths, and that may be my fault. But he's also very verbally abusive to other kids. He calls people or things he doesn't like gay, which can be offensive to anyone in the classroom.
Yeah, I understand.
So that's something I would like to address.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and that sort of plays into what I'm seeing from all of his teachers and around campus. Unfortunately, Jonah has been referred to the office and to us for behavioral issues multiple times. He's had some issues with bullying, shoving kids around, and sort of enforcing wanting things to go his way rather than the proper way. And this sort of shows a lack of social skills, not really, just a lot of inappropriate behavior around him. So we're just concerned.
So how often do you talk to him?
So on a normal basis, I see him about twice a month, but unfortunately recently it's been a little more often. It's been a couple times a week. We've been having to have some discussions and trying to help him straighten out.
Is this in relationship with the boys he's hanging out with, or what? Do you know?
Yeah, we're not really sure. I mean, I think that's definitely part of it. The kids that he's hanging out with, his peer group, and Jonah is he seems to be a natural leader, and so he's bringing these kids along with him, and maybe they're bouncing off of each other, that their bad behavior, and they seem to get a kick out of it. So we'd like to help him make some better choices in kind of what he's doing and who he's hanging out with.
Yeah.
So it's more about him not realizing the seriousness of what he says and how that can hurt others. He is very lighthearted and kind of takes things as a joke, but a lot of times other students don't find it funny.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest issue I feel, and that we'd like to try and work on. So,
Okay.
Now, Martin, do you have any strategies at home that are effective?
Well, I know he can be a handful. I do know that. Since his mother died, it's just been really difficult sometimes. I try to keep him engaged. I like to focus on things that he's interested in. I know he likes the breakdancing thing, and you know, he watches videos about that, and he likes the music about that. But I know he's a leader. I know I've seen this pattern before, where he can gather a group of people around him. So even at home, I try to give him something in a leadership role to do with in regards to the rest of the family, because he's got brothers and sisters. When he is asked to do something in a leadership role, then he takes it, and he's responsive to that. And those are the times when he's best behaved. You know, if he doesn't have anything to think about or do, then he just goes off in all different directions.
Well, something I might suggest based on what you're saying and for his teachers would be to give him a leadership role. Like we each have leadership roles here today. Giving him something like facilitator would be like a leadership type role
I
for
think
him.
he would respond to that.
Also, it appears that he's very vocal, so
Yeah.
giving him kind of interactive activities where he gets to speak his mind and what he's thinking would be really great
Yeah.
ways to incorporate.
I think he's a smart kid. It's just life has been difficult for him.
Right.
now, Martin, do you have any ideas for ways to curb the inappropriate vocabulary? Because I would love him to be vocal in the classroom, however, I do want it to be appropriate
Yeah.
for school.
Well, you know, we've worked on that. We've worked on it, and he knows that he needs to stop that.
Is it just that him getting attention for saying those words is
I
kind
think
of what
so.
perpetuates it?
I think so sometimes.
Okay.
I think that, my guess is that if he had some role in the class where he can be verbal, and he knows that what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, then he would probably shift over to you know, it gives him an opportunity to speak.
Perfect.
See?
Okay.
All right? And
Got it.
So something we can definitely keep in mind then.
I can take some responsibility for that. I mean, as far as implementing this, you know, maybe I can start doing some more group work.
Oh, yeah.
And have maybe within the group, he can be the leader of the group, and then at the end of the individual groups working on their project, he can come up in class and he can present their group's work.
Yeah, I know that he really likes teaching his brothers and sisters about something, so maybe you can incorporate that into your group thing.
Absolutely. So if we just read an article, and he can just summarize that section, and he can present to the class.
Yeah, that would be
That's-
wonderful, I think. I think it'd be great for him.
And,
Yeah, and it's sort of the same strategy in math class, whatever the roles are that are assigned, a facilitator type role might be really good because it'll get him involved and active
I think
and
so.
give him a little bit of the
Yeah,
responsibility
I
and the
appreciate
learning.
that.
or maybe even you can pair him with a peer that isn't doing very well, so you can help out that
Yeah.
individual. I think
Just
that would
like,
be great.
as if it was like his brother or sister that, you know,
Exactly.
yeah.
And then did you have any advice, you know, as far as did you want to meet with him periodically to just see how he's doing as far as behavioral issues go?
Yeah, I'll speak with his teachers and we'll follow up periodically, definitely, probably about every other week, assuming he doesn't get referred again. Hopefully this will help sort of motivate him, give him a little bit of responsibility. A lot of research has shown that this is really, having responsibility for a student is something that can help them grow and help them to really sort of step up their performance.
I'll bet he'll respond to that.
Well, I think these are all really great options that we have, so I definitely do want to implement them as soon as possible. But again, I do want to meet with you again
Sure,
and
we can do that.
have us all come together just to, you know, see where his progress is at, see how everything's working out, and if there is something that still isn't quite working, then we can go ahead and make those adjustments. Okay.
That's fair enough.
So can I just want to get your signature real fast?
Okay.
Let us know if the meeting went well.
Okay.
And if you have any questions, feel free to call me anytime.
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Perfect. Wanna pass that around? Well, thank you so much for coming.
Great, thanks very much.
I'll go ahead and walk
Appreciate
you
it.
out.
Yeah, thanks very much. Thank you all. I appreciate your help. Pleasure. Hopefully this will make a change.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
He's a great kid.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I almost started laughing when he said something about